Remember last time they tried to cancel because they said that he looked at a girl's ass? That they wanted to cancel him over that? It's crazy. I feel like they're intentionally, they just don't like him for whatever reason.
The internet tried to come for Cory Kenshin.
What did Kendrick say? He said, you can be up out of the way and they still won't like you.
But it honestly fell super flat. But it does open up a conversation about how we view celebrities, why we're so quick to label people, why we're so quick to drag people, and exactly why do people attempt.
I'm saying, I don't idolize him. You know, I know people be completely different from what they're showing you on the internet and everything. You know,
to defame somebody so quick in such a hurry. For those of you who don't know, Cory Kenshin is probably one of the most beloved YouTubers on the internet. Plays video games, very cheerful, jovial guy, takes a lot of hiatuses, but for the most part, worldwide,
a lot of hiatuses. Holy shit, it's a lot.
honestly, his image is squeaky clean. Now, there has been multiple times where they've tried to cancel Cory Kenshin, but those have also fell kind of short.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Come here.
Yeah, here's the first time.
Not too many people, because I'm coming back, so I don't need y'all.
And he said he wasn't even looking though. He was already looking there before she walked over.
Schedule. Right, exactly.
He needs his spot. Period.
Come
Perfect.
up here.
Perfect twist. Get with me.
High five.
High five.
Yeah, don't leave me hanging. There we go.
Okay.
That's it. That's the crime, ladies and gentlemen. A 2-second glance. And somehow, a bunch of unemployed Twitter warriors decided this was a reason to call Cory out. People started pulling accusations straight out of thin air, saying she's a minor, saying what Cory did was inappropriate, saying he made her uncomfortable.
Yeah, he was essentially getting packed up for looking at some ass, I guess.
Some cheeks.
I don't even
That's some
understand.
cheeks. That's some cheeks.
What's so bad about that? If it was fat, people looking. I don't know. People gonna look. And there have been some other attempts, but this
And
time
that's just
the
what it
attempt
is.
seems to be much more serious. A Twitter user and TikTok user named PandaXXOfficial took to Twitter and took to TikTok to bash Cory Kenshin to all high hell. It was a 3-part breakdown about all the things that she faced while being with Cory Kenshin. Part 1 was a sheer breakdown and personal showcase of hurt, betrayal, and disgust towards Cory, the realization and explanation of victimhood, explaining how hurt the manipulation felt, the trust he broke and took advantage of, and the twist of his image as a God-fearing man versus the monster she experienced that showcased apathy and used her and cheated on her, lied, and said sister. Part 2 was the DM revealing and showcasing of him trying to get back at her a year later while openly just being a dickhead, wanting and devaluing her and throwing their history in her face as a gotcha / trying to get back in. There was also him not realizing and denying this fact and, you know, trying to use other manipulation tactics. And then there was the revelation that she had cancer and that he gave the most passive aggressive response to her saying that she had cancer. Pretty aggressive cancer, type 3, you know. And then the third and final claims were that there was an ex that stepped forward and said that she was a part of the situation. Cory ended up getting his friends to stalk the girl apparently, and a messy breakup stuff between 2 consenting adults that were in a relationship. And sure, there was some toxicity in there, but the thing that got a lot of people in an uproar on the internet is that they believe that Cory Kenshin was essaying the woman. I mean, they literally went out there and said that Cory Kenshin had done some of the worst things in the world to this woman.
Twitter niggas, bro. Always Twitter niggas, bro. It's never not Twitter niggas.
It got so bad.
When is it not Twitter niggas, bro? It's always them. They're the worst social media platform by far, and there's no contest.
Woman in question had to take to the internet to clarify his actions, to say that he did not do any of these things and was wondering why people were saying this stuff about him. Now, because Cory Kenshin is the icon that he is, one of the more beloved internet figures who to this point has not had any real scandal about him. It's just a bunch of made up stuff. This one would seem to be one of the more damaging things, but this would not be any different than any other of the fabled content creators from the past couple years. So the internet was ready, willing, and able to run with this.
And the fact that they flipped on him, some of these people flipped on him so fast without even hearing his side of the story, it's crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy to me, bro. There's a lot of fake niggas.
Except the Cory Kenshinites. It went so far as to create a Twitter account for this woman, a fake Twitter account, might I add, and post stuff
Damn, the
about
whore is
her,
crazy,
the
bro.
situation, nitpick who she is, call her a whore, and all these other names. So come morning, she had realized that she had made a mess, and she had to clean it up by making a live video about what happened. She clarified the fact that she didn't cheat, that Cory never cheated, that she didn't
Exactly.
want
I
to
always
cancel
prefer to
Cory,
hear
she
both
just
sides
ultimately
before
wanted
anything.
an apology, and then that the screenshots looked weird because they were taken off of 2 different devices, etc., etc. As you can tell by now, most of this situation is a total nothing
Mess.
burger as far as the internet is concerned. This is just two people in a relationship with each other that have a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on. And we will get to holding this woman accountable because the way that she posed this was really
Made it
really,
look
really
bad.
to be quite honest with you. But at the end of the day, emotional person, Cancer, felt like she was manipulated. She made a mistake, to be honest with you. Now, with Cory's name seemingly being cleared, there still was a couple of lingering things to kind of assess and walk through that he potentially needs to address in a future video, or the community needs to have serious conversations about.
Still on.
It's still on.
Then I woke up again and it was off.
Did you watch me sleep?
Hmm?
Did you watch me sleep?
Yeah, I actually did something to you while you were asleep too.
What?
I'm sorry. I just got this fetish that I do. You know.
What?
I didn't hurt you. You're good, right?
What'd you do, Cory?
Just don't worry about it.
Cory?
Good.
Cory, what did you do?
Do nothing. Look, this came right in my face. I didn't do anything.
He did something, and I'm gonna find out on the next episode of Nami Vlog.
Dragon Ball Z, where you going with this?
Bacon avocado.
I dated Cory Kenshin, and he hurt me really bad.
Why did she say bacon avocado?
You can kind of see now how people thought he had essayed.
I am an
right?
uncle,
That's
actually.
a crazy joke to make.
I
Now,
have
maybe not
nieces
on
and
the
nephews.
surface level, it's too
So,
crazy because
I'm only
hey,
23
people
though.
joke
I'm
like
not
that. That's
in
pretty
my
dark
30s.
humor.
I'm
But if you
nowhere
add
near
to the
30
fact
yet.
that
Come on
she
now.
is the
I just turned
survivor of
I just turned 23 last month. Don't play with me like that.
being essayed before it. That
And if I cut it all off, I'm gonna look like I'm fucking 16 or 17, which is what happened last time.
does make it very distasteful. That does make it weird. That does make it out of pocket at best. I can't even defend that, to be quite honest with you. But the real question is, why was the community ready to run with such a false narrative or claim that he had essayed her? Now it's clear to me that they are both
I'm not
laughing
pushing
in the
30.
video, and I think Cory Kenshin of all
Oh, and it was ready because a lot of these niggas out here is fake, and they love to see the downfall. Ah, damn. Voice crack. They love to see niggas downfalls.
people would know good and doggone well enough to not admit to essaying her on camera. I could be wrong though. You know, we've fallen for these celebrities time and time again. And because the internet doesn't read, ultimately we're going to end up in a situation like today where people are jumping to conclusions
Get off my head.
left, right, and sideways. Now, do I think that she should be held accountable for the way that she opposed it? Absolutely. I know she did a pretty good job of clearing it up by saying straight up, hey, he did not essay me, but we can see how that looks. That if you wanted to convey the message that you put as the caption, you probably should have put it a different way, but you cleaned it up. So, hey, but because this is the internet, people are wanting more always. And by wanting more, they want more pitchforks just as much as they want more explanation.
Please read all 3 parts of what Homegirl's talking about when it comes to Cory. You guys
They won't.
just cannot spam the letters SA like that.
They won't. They're not going to.
There are things
It's Twitter we're talking about, bro. You should already know these niggas are stupid as shit. The dumbest website, the dumbest platform on the internet, by far.
that she was talking about related to that, but that's not really talking about Cory. She's really exposing Cory about his verbal abuse and heavy, and I mean heavy sociopathic and narcissistic behaviors. That's what she's really exposing him about. Don't just type the letters SA. That's that. If you read carefully those 3 parts, she's talking about how Cory is a very heavy verbal abuser and very heavy sociopath and narcissist, which is still extremely upsetting to see. I understand that people got, some skeletons in the closet, especially from Cory when, he proclaims to be a Christian man. He tries to proclaim the word. Now, all people are flawed, but the one thing I wish Cory could have talked about was him being transparent about those situations instead of acting like he's a perfect human being.
So now that we've cleared up the accusations that Cory Kenshin...
Has he ever said he was perfect, though? I don't think he acted like he was perfect. I don't know. It just feels like this is just toxic shit. Like, they ain't really our business. Not my business. It just seems like some toxic shit that happened. They said it was 9 years ago. This is what I saw, that it was all from 9 years ago. So some shit he did I don't even know how old Cory is. I'm not even gonna hold you. Ain't he in his 30s? Ain't he Unc? I'm pretty sure he's Unc. Ain't he 30 something? 30 something. Yeah, so if he's 31, then that'd be what, 22? Some shit that happened a decade ago?
Into some sort of essay or rapist, something that would easily get him packed up off of the internet. The examination is now turned into, well, is he this sociopathic, narcissist, verbal abuser that is now being laid on his jacket? Because I think that those are very heavy terms too, especially when you are then in the same TikTok questioning his Christian identity and wanting him to be, you know, more open with you as a member of his community or a consumer of his content, which I think is a lot to ask for, but nonetheless. Out of every screenshot that I read, I don't see trying to get through manipulation. I just see a horny man doing horny man things. And
Horny niggas do
he
horny
might be
nigga things.
reminiscing over old times or talking about how they were in the past or that so-and-so was a
You just need to bust a nut. All you gotta do is just bust a nut, bro. That's all you gotta do. You think you want your ex back? You don't. Go in there and rub one out. I promise you, you don't want her back. I promise you. If you think you want your ex back, go in the bathroom, bust a nut, and I guarantee you the next 5 seconds you will not care about her. Not even next 5 seconds, the rest of the day, you won't care about her. I promise you that. I don't lie. I'm not lying. I know this from experience.
fuck, etc., and she knew she was in a relationship or might be in some sort of relationship. I just don't classify that as some sort of manipulation tactic. I think we've learned a bunch of words on the internet and started putting them around, you know, situations and things like that. And I think that that's wrong, especially when they're coming from somebody who is highly emotionally invested in a situation, like the person who is putting out the screenshots. And
Said, all right, let me break it down for you. Horny niggas do horny nigga things. If you're in a situation where you think you want your ex back, go in the bathroom, bust a nut, and then I promise you, you will not have those same emotions about your ex that you're thinking right now. I promise you that.
don't want to take away anything from her because she is more emotionally
Promise.
invested than me, you, or anybody else involved in the situation, really just consuming the information. But for us, we should probably look at this more objectively and say what is a spade, and what's not a spade is probably a jack or a club or, I don't know, a heart or something else. The same thing about him belittling her cancer diagnosis. And that screenshot, it is just a one-off.
You lagged. Okay. So what I said is, what I said, horny niggas will do horny nigga things. If you're thinking about your ex and you think you want to get back with your ex, go in the bathroom, bust a nut, and I pinky promise you, you will not want your ex back. I promise you. That's all it is. That is all it is.
Screenshot text message. I don't know what happened after that. I don't know what happened before that. I don't know if y'all talked on the phone. I can't say based off of that, but I do believe that that was strategically used. That photograph specifically, that screenshot was strategically used in order to invoke emotion out of us as consumers of the content.
All a woman needs today is an allegation. Zero evidence, no police reports, just a simple allegation is enough to get people who really never really rocked with you to start voicing how much they've never really rocked with you. Let's cover
And that's
a
how you
couple
know
things.
you know what I should do? If I blow up, not even if I blow up, I'm gonna say when. You know, I'm speaking to existence. I'm gonna say when I blow up. When I blow up, I should have somebody probably like bring some weird like allegations toward me. You know, I'm gonna record this, so just in case when the shit do happen, when I'm actually put this plan in motion, I'm gonna just save this so people don't think I'm just trying to like bullshit my way out of it. So I'm saying this on this date I'm gonna save this whole entire rod on 7/14/2025. It is 11:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to have someone put some weird ass allegation. I don't want to be super weird and damaging. Just some sort of allegations that's gonna make people be like, oh, I always knew he wasn't real. I always knew he was fake. And then I'm just come out, expose them, and then niggas gonna know that they was fake and they never fucked with me. And that's how I'm gonna weed out them fake niggas. And then we good. So I'm just wait for that. Just wait for that. Cause it's gonna happen.
A bad ex-boyfriend is not a crime. Being framed in someone else's mind as a manipulator is not a crime. And wanting to have schmecks with someone you've had schmecks with before is not a crime. Although all of you weirdos who don't get laid want
Now I'm 11 steps ahead.
everyone else to think so. There was no essay. He's not a terrible person for wanting to sleep with someone he slept with before, and y'all are purposely misrepresenting the situation because you are thirsty for any form of attention.
Now, OP is going pretty hard, but there is a tendency for the community to take little to no evidence posted by people who are in usually closer proximity to the person or highly emotional states and run amok with a narrative and get as far as to naming them all things, all labels, stuff that conveys heavy on this person's character and reputation, things that can honestly not only get them canceled, because I don't believe in cancel culture, but get them in some sort of legal trouble or trouble with their families that are living lives perfectly fine and, you know, not experiencing these things in real life.
They want to fuck up his
Internet
peace.
is willing to idolize, but the same way tear down somebody with such mob-like and ravenous behavior is a perfect representation of the duality of man. I don't know what it is about our emotional states or our mental capacity for idolization of other humans that drives us to be like this, but it has to be studied. And what's more
Not in my
interesting
case. I
is
don't
the
idolize
people who
nobody.
all of a sudden feel as if this is the time to hop on some sort of bandwagon because it is cool. I saw so many tweets and so many
See. Hold on.
pictures of some
See
sort
this
of
shit right here. This shit right
bandwagon
here. Look.
because
Look.
it is cool. I saw so
Look. This shit.
many
That shit.
tweets and so
These type of niggas right here. It's exactly what I'm gonna do. When I said earlier about that plan shit that I'm planning, that I just stated and everything, it's exactly why.
many
Because
pictures
these
and
niggas
videos
right
of
here,
people that
it's these type of niggas, bro. These type of niggas. And the niggas gonna like it.
always knew that Cory Kenshin was off. Always knew something was wrong with him. I even saw one tweet that was like,
just-
I never heard
Just wait. Just wait. I promise you. Just wait. Ooh, it's gonna feel so good when this shit happens.
anything bad about him, so I always knew something was wrong with him. He was never in a scandal, so there was always something wrong with him. Well, how could you even come to that conclusion? That doesn't even make any sense. This is the problem with creating a parasocial community. At some point, your real life has to be your real life, and you want to do real things as a content creator, but you can't because you're getting called out for being a bad boyfriend. And hell, let's say that there's some merit to Cory being a bad boyfriend. I don't think that he's a nasty individual for going to get his hair braided and recording it and trying to promote that woman's brand, because why did he have to come out with an apology for getting his hair braided and staring at some fat ass?
If I do come back to get my twist redone, we can't record it. Destiny, I was trying to hit your TikTok.
Exactly. Just for staring at some fat ass. Like, what guy don't look at ass? He said he wasn't even looking, but what guy doesn't look at fat ass? Come on. I know Omi's probably look at fat ass. I know you probably look at fat ass. I know I do from time to time. I'll take a little glance, you know. I'll take a little gander. You know, I have my eyes will wander. It'll wander over yonder at some ass down below, but it don't, like, it's a nothing burger. Why niggas tripping over it?
Talk next. I don't know if we can do that. My community, and I'm not even gonna say my community. I don't know where this started. I don't know.
And I don't think that there's any
On Twitter.
way to really keep these people in the middle. Maybe it's the type of content you put out. Maybe it's the wording that you say about certain things, the phrases that you say, et cetera, how often you're seen online, how often you've been in somebody's life. I haven't really narrowed it down as to how you can be a creator without creating some sort of parasocial relationship with your audience. But these are the downsides and negatives of it.
I'ma do
I
it.
believe that it's a twofold conversation.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make sure there ain't no parasocial shit on my end or your end. On my end or the community end. Gotta make sure. This shit right here is weird. And I have thin patience sometimes. Is that a black Homer?
Because content creators know what they're doing and they know how to twist and manipulate storylines or tell specific things to get people more hooked and engaged, but also there has to be some sort of mental help for these people in that big beautiful bill that Trump wrote. Look, I don't know what's gonna
Jesus
happen
Christ.
with Cory Kenshin. I hope that people aren't really hell-bent on canceling him for a potential joke and then wanting some box. Hell, I'll even be on your side and say that he was manipulative and tone deaf. Okay, I hope that they don't cancel Cory Kenshin from 8 years ago for that situation. What I do
So it's 8 years ago.
know is that people are propping him up like a godlike figure, and there's a lot of content creators that are out there like that. But please, for the love of everything holy, you are going to set yourself up for failure if you keep doing this. If you keep propping up these people, once you find out that they are regular people, then you're going to lose your mind when that day of reckoning comes along. Because I can guarantee you, every male content creator and women content creators has looked at their hairstylist with the fat ass and has also hit up their ex for sex. That's just not a crazy thing to do.
It's really not a crazy thing to do, honestly. It's a part of life. It's a part of life. I've participated in such activities, and I can say it's just a part of life. It really is. People are just making a big deal over it for no reason, just because they want some drama in their lives. It's just Twitter niggas, bro. That's all it is, bro. It's always Twitter niggas. Always Twitter niggas. Jesus Christ.